This is my nighttime skincare routine, so I try to do this every single night as much as possible, even though I'm really tired. I do this every single morning and every single night. The only difference though with the morning routine is the addition of the SPF 50. And then on occasions I do use glycolic acid, and that is just to be used at night. I'll be showing you what I use to take my makeup off, how I cleanse and tone and moisturize. So the first thing, so I've been using the brand Anua and it's worked so well for my skin. This is the Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. I use this whether I have makeup on or not, every single morning and every single night, just to get rid of the day and go to bed with a clean and cleansed skin. So all I do is just a few pumps of this, just rub it together and then massage it on my face. Especially when you have mascara on, it just melts everything away. That is it all worked in now. So as soon as water touches it, it goes this milky color. So I'm just gonna wash that off and I'll be back. So once that's all cleansed, I will then go in with the Pore Deep Cleansing Foam, and that just looks like that. And I will just massage this into the skin. And this just gets rid of any impurities that's been missed out or left over. And I just work that into the skin. Next, I go in again with Anua, but this is the Soothing Toner, and sometimes I will put it on my palm and then just pat it on my face, but today I'll use a cotton pad. This just gets rid of any leftover dirt from your skin, as you can see. Now, in between each of the next few steps, I do wait a couple of minutes just so the product will absorb into my skin, and make sure there's enough time in between each product to soak into my skin. So once that is all dried out, I will go in with, so this is the Inky's List Tranexamic Acid, and this will just be a pea size amount. Now I focus this on my hyperpigmentation, which tends to be across my cheeks and sometimes on my forehead because I am a spot picker. So I'll just work that in my fingers, and I'll focus on my cheeks first. And then whatever's left over, I take it up to the forehead. Again, let that sit in for a few minutes or so. Now once that's all seeped into the skin, I go in again with Anua, and this one is the niacinamide. It does have a little bit of the tranexamic acid in it, but these two as a duo help me with my hyperpigmentation. So I will then top up with the niacinamide. And then again, work that into the skin. You can start to see the glow coming back to my face, which I love. And that's why I've been using these products. This is probably my third bottle of this now. So it's so far so good with the Anua products, I must say. It's worked really well with my skin. But the one thing I do want to get from Anua, I want to try their face cream or moisturizing cream. So for today, I will use the Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. This is a Korean brand as well. And I will just use that on my face because it just gives me a nice moisturized look. And that is it. It's as simple as that. I don't like to do too much, and when something works for my skin, I like to stick to that routine. because I remember when I first started using Anua, I broke out, and with any new product, you will break out because your body's getting used to what you're putting in it, and it tends to bring out all the impurities. So if you do try some products, give it some time, let it sit in your skin and let it absorb in your skin. If after a couple of weeks you're not seeing any difference, then change. But I would say I had to give this a couple of weeks for me to start to see the benefits. So I would definitely recommend the Anua brand. And like I said, this tranexamic acid is just an additional boost to what's already in the niacinamide. If you do want an in-depth review of each of the products, or if you want an in-depth review about Anua itself, do let me know in the comments below. I try to do this, like I said, as much as possible. I try to use it as my self-care time, especially during the evening times when all the kids are settling, and I'll just give myself 5 to 10 minutes just to do my skincare routine before going to bed. But one tip is I do this at least 30 minutes to an hour before I go to bed, because you can imagine you spend all this time doing your facial routine and then you go and lie down and you know the pillow just absorbs it all. So I try to give myself about 30 minutes to an hour for my skin to absorb everything that I've just put on it before going to bed. I do exactly the same routine in the morning, but the difference is it's just adding the SPF, and depending on what SPF you use, I tend to use SPF 50. This one has a little bit of a glow to it. This one is just plain, and I do have another one. That I use as well, which is this. I tend to use this when I'm wearing makeup because again, it has a tint similar to the Garnier SPF. Then that is it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see my morning skincare routine and what the difference looks like when I'm wearing makeup, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to do that for you. If you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up, share it to a couple of people, but most importantly, subscribe and turn your notification bell on so you get notified every single time that I post. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.